Hey, started exactly on time. Are you there?
I am.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
Let's check your audio.
I haven't changed anything lately, so it should be the same as last time.
Great, it's working. Hello,
I
ladies and
figured.
gentlemen. I'm just gonna do the intro now. I always forget something. Alexa, turn on desk lamp. Oh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sean Cromwell, creator of Smacked in the Head, the animated series comic, and host of Random Back Issue Comics on this very YouTube channel. I'm joined once again with my high school best friend Steve, where
Hello.
I try to learn how to live stream and generally talk about nonsense and usually toys.
Yeah, sounds about right.
How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I am fighting, trying to act like I have some kind of energy to do this today.
Oh, that's funny.
It's such a relaxing Sunday, and by some miracle, I got my PS2 to start showing up on my television. So that's
cool.
all I've been doing. I should be working on a cover so that I can make something of myself. And I've been playing Sphinx.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of the same thing here. Yeah, I got walked into Diablo 3. Yeah.
Nice. It's like one of your favorites, isn't it?
Diablo is a good one, yeah. It's a dungeon crawler. I like the dungeon leveling up, finding rare weapons to bash down zombies and undead.
There was I don't know if it qualifies. I think it's also a dungeon crawler. The Baldur's Gates that were on PS2.
I think so.
I kind of enjoyed those.
Yeah.
They're expensive now.
Isn't everything?
Everything's expensive now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So did you see we have a show topic today?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So you want to get into it?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Well, how's your week going? We can wait to see if anyone else shows up.
All
right, sounds good.
It was a long week. 3 days up in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Today was a long 3 days.
Wrestling and stuff.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, that's what I'm feeding, is the AEW.
It's fine. So. Just if you want to act like you're a wrestler, I don't mind.
Oh, no. Yeah, that doesn't bother me. It's just it beats my body up more than I've been letting on, and I feel it when I come home after 3 days of work. That's all.
So you're getting old.
Yeah, that's probably pretty much it.
Yeah. I will kneel on the floor to look at something under the TV stand, and then a couple hours later, I'm like, why do I have this random pain in my legs?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We have a topic today, but I completely forget what it is now.
Something about the new Star Wars killing your love for old Star Wars.
Oh yeah, it does. Oh, can I? Wish I had more options on StreamYard. I don't want to pay $25 a month though.
Gotta break some eggs.
Does garbage Star Wars kill your enthusiasm for old Star Wars? Does it?
Yes.
All right. Well, there we go. Mystery solved.
For me, yes, and no. I don't know. I see some good in the new stuff, some bad, a lot. But there's some good ideas that they just felt like they could have
done better.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't understand the whole wiping out the whole expanded universe and calling it the Legacy or Legend universe or whatever the hell it's called now.
Legend.
Yeah. I don't understand the reason they took all of that and said no, unless they just didn't feel like paying the royalties on the authors who came up with most of it.
Which is something I've always been curious about, if it was all work for hire or they actually did get royalties.
Right. So I don't know how it works.
Because I
know
know
some. It works. It's how it works in like TV. I know like the scripts that were written back in the day. If they like try to redo something,
Mhm.
they can't. They don't want to add that into it, so they don't have to pay the royalties on that character being in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I was always under the impression that if you wrote anything for Lucasfilm, they automatically owned it.
Yeah, but it was the publishers. Who,
Del Rey,
Bantam,
Penguin.
Bantam, and Penguin. I think Penguin had a few, didn't they?
Not that I recall, but I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could look it up.
We could. You can do a lot of things. But yeah, I mean, those were great stories. Even like the Knights of the Old Republic stuff.
Amazing. That comic series is excellent. And brilliant. What the hell?
Your audio.
I type in Star Wars Penguin and
Pogs come up. Your audio.
My audio?
Shut it.
Is it not working now?
It works now. I hear everything.
Okay. So which part did you miss? I said Knights of the Old Republic was an amazing comic series.
And then I don't know.
Oh, and then I said I type in Star Wars Penguin and stupid Porg show up.
That's the part I missed.
Yeah, when I said it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic is fantastic and has a brilliant twist. Like, it's not exactly the end of the story. Did you hear any of that? Did you have your headphones off? One more time. Knights of the Old Republic is a very great comic series. It has a brilliant twist in the story.
Yes.
But it's not exactly the end of the story because they kept it going for a little bit longer. But
they probably couldn't have. They shouldn't have.
There's they probably shouldn't have, but I don't remember. I just remember that twist. The twist has to do with the prophecy that's told at the very beginning of the series. And when that happens, you're like, holy cow, that's not what I expected.
Yep, because you expected the whole normal hero's journey type storyline. And they throw in a really good twist where it's not expected, but it still fits the prophecy.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, that's the part. It still fits, but it's not expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. It carried on the tradition of the video game that had the twist that's not expected.
Yeah, they even had Malik in it. There was no Revan, but Malik was a big part of the.
There was, I think, there was something with his mask and stuff.
Yeah, but they didn't touch on it. They just let it open to the video game.
I do think that they showed them standing there, but they didn't show his face.
Right, because they didn't want you to, because they left it open to be male or female, just like the game lets you choose.
Yeah, but I always got the impression from the game that there was one head that they're like, this is definitely him. You can choose like 6 others, and the one that the I hear screaming.
He's running around in the backyard. I gotta soundproof this thing.
The Old Republic game, the massive online game, they like chose the Keanu Reeves head, and I was like, that's not the one. That's not the one they thought was actually him. Oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah. I don't know. Like in the past, I hated the prequels, and like it's kind of the same thing because like everything Disney I see now, I'm like, oh, like it just, I just don't like it. It makes me feel bad. And then so like when the prequels were finally out, and I was like, God, I miss when it was just the originals. And so I ordered this CD set back in the day. That was like, it was like a box set of the original trilogy. It was like 4 CDs. Right. And there was like a nice book inside. And flipping through, there was no mention of the prequels and it felt so fantastic. I was like, oh, I feel like a kid again. Now Disney is just like, they put out crap, and then I have a bookshelf of comics, and I'm like, I don't even really feel like reading them.
No, they're. I don't know. I don't even. I've just lost so much touch with all of it for pretty much whenever Disney bought it all. The books ended, everything ended that I was into with Star
Yeah.
Wars. It
Yeah,
was just done. So
competent storytelling.
no, not just that. They were just pushing. They just kept pushing it forward, and then all of a sudden, Disney comes along. It's like, nope, we're resetting it back here, and it's like, I have to
No.
go through all of this crap again.
Mm-hmm.
And I already went through a lot of crap. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars was never always just perfect all the way around. It's full of crap, just like everything else.
Yeah, there's goods and bads.
Yeah, and I just don't feel like going through it all again.
Yeah.
It's like I've done that, and I don't want to go through the same time frame that we've already been through.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to keep pushing it forward.
Same with
I'm
Star
tired
Trek.
Yeah, like I think that's why I like Picard a lot, because they kept pushing it forward more than where they
You
they
can
keep
at least
going in the past. I'm tired of these shows of
yeah.
this
Remakes
is like
and
10 years
reboots.
before Kirk, or this is 100 years before Kirk. Like, how about 500 years after Kirk?
Yeah, the funny thing about science fiction is it things change so much that it's like trying to shoot at something, and like the further it gets away, the greater the range of error becomes. So
Right.
that's like, how do I make an interesting science fiction show set, like already set so far, and then push that even further and still have it like relatable? Because it's like, who's is it the guy that wrote 2001? He's like, any sufficiently advanced technology would be seen as magic.
Asimov?
I don't remember. Hey, you know what? We have the internet.
I
Advanced.
thought that was Aminoff's quote.
Asimov.
Asimov.
Technology would be. Let's just do 3 words. See if that works. Clarke. Arthur Clarke. Is that it? Arthur C. Clarke.
That's what it was.
Let's share that screen. I think he's the one that did 2001.
Possibly.
Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. So it's like, how do you make a sci-fi so far ahead that doesn't just seem like nonsense?
I think that's pretty much where they are right now, though. Like,
yeah. Well, with Enterprise, when they were talking about, I didn't watch all of it, but when they were talking about like time wars and stuff, I was like, you are in an era that I don't know if you could ever accurately represent on screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. And I don't know. The show is weird. I'm in the 2nd season of Enterprise right now, and I'm finding myself skipping episodes because it's just like
filler.
Yeah, filler, and I don't know. They're just doing stories that I've seen in every Star Trek series.
Yeah.
So
I feel like Farscape. I feel like every sci-fi show does that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like even Farscape, there were a couple that I was like, I feel like I've seen this in Star Trek.
Most of the time, it's just they take soap opera stories and put them in just a different setting. That's all it really is.
In a different like show, you mean?
Well, yeah, put like Days of Our Lives, put it in space. Now it's
Star Lost Trek. In Space, put it in space.
I mean, that would be great. I mean, that was the whole point of the show, I thought, not being stuck on a planet.
Yeah. Yeah. We need a new Star Trek show. Let's take Lost in Space and put it in space. Yeah. 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 But I have
back to Star Wars.
I have a crap. I have a crap load of comics. Like this. Did I sent it to myself because I can't. My webcam is stationary. Otherwise, I could like pick it up and go, oh, look over here. I have a picture of my bookshelf next to the desk, and it's just all comics. And hey, I can just share the screen. Share screen. Technology. Share. Boom. This is all Star Wars. That's all Star Wars. Those are indie. This is like Alien, Predator, and superheroes and stuff.
Right.
And this isn't even all of the comics I have. I still have like some trades in the bedroom, and then 2 whole boxes of just Dark Horse.
Cool.
Yeah. But I haven't read any of it for probably over a year. I think the last one I read was the second Star Wars Invasion with the Vong.
The Vong.
Yeah, that's a great series.
Oh yeah, I loved it. What was it like?
19 books.
19 books. Sure, 19?
Well, they
thought it was 22.
Printed 19, and then there were like digital crap.
They finally printed those and put them in the back of the paperbacks when they were.
Yes, you gave me that Sacrifice book, and there's a Boba Fett story in there from that time. Yeah, I still haven't read it, but I have it here.
Yay.
I'm still trying to get through the freaking Bounty Hunter Wars. Like, I was reading it on my walk to work, and I was like, oh, I'll be done with this in like 2 weeks. And then the pandemic hit, and that totally screwed me up because that was like the only time I had to read. And I'm still not finished with it. Like,
when did those come out? In like
98, I think.
Yeah.
Actually,
after the Mos Eisley and the Jabba's Palace Tales books.
I love those.
Those were good.
98.
98, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it says Legends, but I think everyone is like super steadfastly holding on to their original ones now.
Yeah, mine are somewhere. I read all those.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Man, it's cool. This guy's just long-winded. Like, getting through this one is rough. Like, he'll have like 3 sentences, and I'm like, you could have said that in 1.
Yeah.
Or he's describing this one guy. He's a bounty hunter, and he's like, he's had most of his body replaced with like a robot weapon. So he's like a walking tripod cannon thing.
Oh, Jesus.
And they have to deactivate him to go talk to the shell huts. And they spend
not Vance, is it?
No, I can find them for you. But he spends like an entire page describing Boba Fett taking out his power core and not destroying everyone. And I'm like, I get it. You could have built up that tension in like 4 sentences and then just been on your way.
Remember, the 90s were different times. They wrote differently back then.
Yeah, but some people are better than others.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a weird name.
But I get it because I can't do Tolkien for that reason.
Oh yeah. Zuckus Forlom. No, where is it? What? He's long-winded?
Not long-winded. Just the way, like, Tolkien's writing, it always puts me to sleep.
Oh. Yeah, I can see that, but I've never tried. Sometimes this site is set up like such crap. Oh, Mandolin. Yeah, maybe I think I typed the wrong thing in. What's his name? It's like, no. This guy's cool, though. This is the guy that sends Boba Fett to go destroy the bounty hunter guild. He's a giant spider.
Is that one of the crystal spiders?
No, this is like he has a hive floating in space. And yeah, I wish. But I thought that was amazing. That also colored my opinion of Mandalorian a little when it first started, because I was like, I'm not paying for Disney Plus, and I don't really want to watch it. I'm gonna go read the Boba Fett books instead, because I think that would make me happier. And then they started with him meeting a spider, and I was like, this is fucking amazing, and Disney can eat a dick. I don't know if we haven't really talked about Mandalorian, but
No,
uh,
we haven't really talked about anything Star Wars because
yeah,
it is
because it kills your enthusiasm for the old Star Wars.
no. Look, this is the way I see it. I like what I like. Fuck everything else.
Yeah, it's true.
It is what it is. There's, like I said, there's some stuff in the new stuff that I like, but there's a lot of shit that I don't like.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of stuff in the old stuff the same way, though. I mean, you were jerky.
I'm a jerky.
Your visual just went.
Oh, because I'll stop sharing screen because it's probably being funky because of that.
The funky monkey.
I don't know his name.
Whose name is that?
This bounty hunter that's like a walking cannon.
Oh.
Let's just go to the beginning of the chapter there, shall we? You'd think I could just look up cast of characters. It'd be awesome if they had the like the Vong series had the dramatis personae at the beginning of every book.
Right. Like they started going with the Vongs.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, the new Jedi Order stuff. Man, you type in the Mandalorian armor and all that comes up is that fucking show.
Use
It
Bing. That should work.
Who? Bane.
Bing.
Oh, Bane. You're really pushing it. I think you have a deal you're not telling me about.
Bing? I just think it's funny that it's the whole antitrust thing now against
Google?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's hilarious.
I don't think anything's going to come of it, but
It
I really
seem
wish
like they really can, because the way they make money is through advertising, not fucking selling a web service.
Yeah, but they can control what ads you see and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know.
There's who's the one? I always forget her
I'm
name.
not saying it's not right or nothing, but
Oh, it's not. But there was this Democrat woman that was trying to do the presidential run, and she's like, we're suing them now because they were controlling all the ads. Like when we were hitting big, they were suppressing the ads that were running while we were running or whatever. So
right.
I think she's part of that whole thing. Sorry. Cough into the mic.
Right into it, like dead center.
This isn't going to tell me anything.
Nope. Type in book, author's name.
Well, I got the book coming up, but I can't find like a specific character.
Gotcha.
Oh, man. Wonder if I saved a picture of him.
I'm going to try something.
This is so dumb. This is so dumb to be wasting time on. But I do like that we have a subject for this week, and it can just go.
What is he, a cyborg cannon?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, he had most of his body parts replaced with weapons. Or like a weapon.
Darhana?
That might be it. How do you spell that?
No, during Clone Wars, latest.
Oh.
DH.
Hold on.
D apostrophe H. I bet the D is silent, so it's hard.
DH
AR.
Darhan.
Darhan.
Star Wars, not Middle East. Yeah, that's him. Ah, jeez. Sure,
He was in season 2 of the Clone Wars.
Was he?
That's what it says.
That would be amazing because his ship shows up.
During
What?
Clone War, yeah.
His ship shows up, and they describe it as it looks like it's been in every battle since the Clone Wars. That's really my biggest issue with Disney Star Wars.
Crazy.
What? What'd you say?
Oh wait, hold on.
This is him. You found him.
Yeah. I know I did.
Oh, I can shut up, baby. I know it.
I was just seeing what his appearances were. The Mandalorian armor first appearance appears in flashbacks. The Last of the Jedi, Dark Warning. The Last of the Jedi, The Desperate Mission. That's it. Sources.
Last of the Jedi.
I don't know what that is. Some.
Yeah, I've never seen them. Oh, those are Scholastics type stuff.
This came out during the whole prequels coming out thing.
Yeah, it was before it.
Yeah.
Which the prequels ended up ruining a lot of EU stuff too, but they tried to make it work.
But I just typed in Star Wars Cyborg canon.
Brilliant. Nice. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Now I don't know why we brought him up.
You mentioned him. I thought he was a different character.
Oh, yeah, because this guy's long-winded in his writing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That was long-winded.
Yeah. But I started reading these right before The Mandalorian, and then I thought it had Boba Fett going by his real name. What was it? Jaster Mareel, maybe?
I thought that was the fake guy.
There was Jodo Cast in the comic that was impersonating him. God, I can't remember. See, you're like, Greg wants to come in and ask you questions about Star Wars, and I'm like, I don't even know if I remember half this stuff anymore, since the prequels was like killing my enthusiasm. And then the Disney stuff, it's just dead.
I was excited for the prequels in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then everything they brought out after the prequels is what killed my enthusiasm. Except for the books that pushed it forward. I didn't care anything about the past. It's like,
yeah.
Why do you care about the past? Let's go forward. We all know the stories. Let's keep it in your head about how you think it happened. You don't need it.
People just want the details.
Fans do not know what they want.
Well, yeah. I'd agree to a degree about that, because I always wanted to see the fight where he pushes him into a volcano, and then he didn't even push him into a volcano. He just freaking lit on fire for no reason. Yep. It's like, what? And then I always wanted to see Obi-Wan and Owen be brothers, and then they weren't even brothers after that. And it's like, everything you do is opposite of everything I've read since they're 83.
Yeah, exactly. And his excuse was, "It's mine. I can change it how I want to." Okay.
Yeah, he still does, or still did.
Yeah, exactly. And that's fine. I mean, that's your thing to do, but it just sucks that you put out all this other information about it, and then you're like, "Oh no, I don't like it."
Yeah,
and like really change it.
That always bothered me. Like, and then I was watching Clone Wars one day, and they were talking about how Dave Filoni was like, we'd bring him a stack of everything ever written on the Mandalorians, and he'd be like, I like that, and then we'd slide everything else to the side. And then they made the Mandalorians live on like an effing cube, a cube city or something, and I was like, what is this crap?
I saw a couple episodes with the Mandalorians, but they were all like helmetless, and they didn't act like Mandalorians about how.
Yeah.
I mean, well, then match what the Mandalorian they're talking about in this thing.
No, because this one is more like what Boba Fett was in the old movies. It's fake Boba Fett. They made a character. They made a character. That one's fake Boba Fett too. But this is also fake Boba Fett. But it's a fake Boba Fett in the sense that everything that Boba Fett should have been, they're giving to this character and making him likable.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. I think they're just trying to stay away from why does everything have to be like the main characters? Trying to create more characters
Yeah, that's fine.
other than what it is.
So like a big
Nice.
What?
No, go ahead.
You know how we used to like Kevin Smith movies a lot. One real big reason for that when I found them was because there was a continuity to them,
Yes.
and characters would reference other characters and situations.
Even
And-
if they played those characters and
Yeah, Yeah.
great.
doesn't matter. But there was a continuity and a believability to the world, which is, I would argue, that something he took from Star Wars. There was a continuity of characters. It was like every time you look around the wall, the universe just keeps going. You don't see like the seams or a flat panel or something. So like with the new stuff, they're so irresponsible with continuity. They're constantly
See, there isn't any continuity.
well.
They
there you
went
go.
back to try to change the continuity, so there is no continuity.
Yeah, and then like between movies and comics, they don't communicate. So that whole controversy with that stupid last movie where they're like, they fly now, and it's like they've been flying in the comic for like 2 years. In your comic named after you. So I think that's what the biggest thing is. It kills any interest in the new stuff for me. Is like none of this matters because nothing affects anything else.
Nope. And and it sucks because it's trickled down to everything else. Like that's why I like the comics. DC, like whatever happened in Justice League affected the other. It's spread out to the other books, individual books.
Yeah.
But now they've just closed it off. Like whatever happens in Justice League stays in Justice League. Whatever with Batman, like
Oh,
close
weird.
the books off to their own individual worlds, but it's all still connected. But
That does not work.
no, not at all. Like when they had the City of Bane, when Bane had basically taken over Gotham, months and months had passed, but Batman was still on Justice League doing his thing, and so it's just weird how they do that.
Yeah, that's the point of having multiple superheroes, is that they could cross over and be in the same world.
Oh yeah, it's like they're in their own world. And they do cross over, but when they have their own storylines, they stay out of like time doesn't exist anymore when they're doing these big storylines for each solo story.
You know what that says to me is we have incompetent writers.
Yeah.
and a lack of communication.
Touching base on what we did last week. Was it last week? It feels like we haven't done this.
I feel like we haven't done this in like a month.
Yeah, I feel like we skipped a week, but I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like, especially because Andrea went to Florida, so I was just like here like a mental patient wandering around, just trying to amuse myself.
That's funny.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you gonna say about last week?
Oh, the whole G5 thing that DC is doing. They're calling Future State.
Yeah.
And it's lasting from January to February, end of February.
Ooh, that's not a long time.
No, but it's like building a bridge of what I guess Death Metal ends January 6th, and it's destroying
everything.
Yeah.
Again.
And so then there's a month to 2 months of Future State. It's like all set in 2030 to the end of time.
Oh, that's a broad span.
Yeah, so there's like, it's set into 3 pillars: the Batman family, the Superman family, and the Justice League family. Which is
what, they're just gonna have 3 books or something?
No, it's just where they're setting. It's like that's how they're categorizing everybody. Like in the Superman family, you've got Wonder Woman and all these other people that are like on the Superman family.
Oh,
All the Batman people.
is that why they all had like belts with bats on them or whatever? Like Wonder Woman had a belt with bats.
Yeah, that picture I think was part of the G5, and I've only seen one character from that picture show up in the advertisement for this future state thing, and that was that Batman with the pointy legs and the pointy feet.
I don't remember.
He was off in the corner. You couldn't really tell what he was, but he had like sharp points for feet and arms, and
me too.
But that was the only character I saw.
Yeah.
From that image.
Hmm.
And everything I read, I don't know. So it sounds weird. It's only lasting 2 months, but the ramifications from it, we'll see the new DC universe come about. It would be nice if they took John and just made him 10 years old again.
Oh. If they took who? They like froze or whatever.
John Kent.
Who's John?
The Superman and Lois's kid. If they took him back to being 10 years old, him and Damian could just go off onto their adventures, because I have no idea why he ended that crap, because that was amazing.
Yeah, it might have been you that told me that was awesome. This
was just
them hanging out and stuff.
It was so much fun to read that stuff. It was just great. And then they were like, nope, he's got to be an adult. So they took him off into the multiverse. And
what? Really?
Oh, yeah. He got like trapped in a volcano for like a couple of years, and then he escaped and came back as an adult or teenager, way older than Damian.
That's
like
stupid.
17 or something, and now he lives in the future.
They should have just left it as a fun series.
Exactly.
Kind of like Impulse. Have them get into trouble and stuff.
And Impulse was great. It lasted for so long, and then they were like, "Oh, we got to make him the Flash," because of all the final crises they had. Like Wally died or disappeared, I should say.
They keep having crises. Identity crises, infinite crises, final crises. Like,
Doomsday crisis. I don't know what they're on now. Rebirth crisis, death metal crisis.
You got me.
The crisis of crisis. Crises.
Crises, I think, is technically correct, but I'm not an art major. Oh wait, yeah, I am. I'm sorry.
That wasn't fun.
Were you reading any of the medals?
Yeah, I'm reading the medals.
Yeah, I still haven't finished the first trade. I might have told you it started making me depressed.
I liked what Bruce Wayne did, like going through and turning himself into like all these different, like the Superman Batman or like the Doomsday Batman.
I haven't gotten there.
He's got like Wonder Woman's emblem on him. It's like Batman from different.
I think that happens. I think that happens later on. I'm like halfway, and I put it down because I had to do some other stuff, and then I haven't gotten back to it yet.
Oh, and you haven't even seen those characters though?
I flipped through it, and I saw what looked like Dark Knight Returns Batman and like two other ones jumping in. And I was like, oh, well, at least it's going to pick up a bit. I don't know.
Oh, no, either. Well, now, like, the whole Death Metal, everybody's a Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going on. Or Death Metal is what it is.
Andrea just texted me. I believe it is Crises. Crises. Or Crises. Is that it? Is that how you say it? Crises?
Sure.
No? Okay. All right. Consensus, right?
All I could keep thinking of is Mystery Men. Nemesis.
Still my favorite part of that whole movie is when he gets shot in the neck. Or no, the gas goes off and he goes, hot dang.
That whole movie was great.
Yeah, I have the Blu-ray. I should watch it again sometime.
Good stuff.
Yeah. What other Star Wars? We met because of Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's one of my best stories no one knows about.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. Yeah, so the
Ah.
prequels suck, but because of the prequels, that's why we're doing this.
Okay.
Well, I had the Star Wars Insider with Darth Maul on the cover, his big face, and then and I was sitting in Miss. Do you remember the story? Have you heard this story? I was sitting
Yeah,
in.
but I'm just thinking it differently because that would have been January when we met. Yeah. Miss Corvette. It was 4x4. English. I had English on the second half of the year.
Okay.
I did all my math and sciences that half.
I may have had an English class and then lunch and then or either English or creative writing and then lunch and then one or the other. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Anyhow, I was
Miss Corvette's afterwards. Yes, by the door.
Sitting by the door. Oh, well, what difference does it make if it was January? The movie came out in May.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So I didn't know if they had released what Darth Maul looked like in May. All I know is that Miss Corvette was talking about stuff. You mentioned you like Star Wars, and I walked over and been like, "You like Star Wars? I've got a Yoda."
No, that's not how I remember it. I had the magazine, the Insider magazine, because he was on the cover. Darth Maul was in like the first trailer. Excuse me, the first teaser trailer, because I think he does this with his lightsaber or whatever, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, it looks like a real Star Wars movie," and then. But I had the magazine. I was sitting by the door because I always wanted to be the first one out of the place.
Yes, I know.
And
very left brain of you.
Who was it? I don't know what that means. Someone was like, "Oh man, can I look at that?" And they took it over to like the mid of the classroom, and a huge crowd gathered around to look at my magazine over there without me. And then I saw your head poke up and look around straight at me, and then you came over and you're like, "You like Star Wars?" And I said, "Yeah." And you're like, "I have a Yoda in my pocket." And I said, "I have a Millennium Falcon in mine."
Yeah. Here's that Yoda.
And history was made.
Here's the said Yoda.
Yeah, I thought it was the Power of the Force one.
No, it was this one, just because this one's not going to break in my pocket.
Gotcha. I think that's why I had the Millennium Falcon, is I could fly it and I could keep it in my pocket.
I could just sit him on my desk and like talk to him and stuff when I was in class.
Oh. Did he answer you back?
Fuck yeah. Of course.
Of course he did.
Of course.
Except he answered my questions with more questions. A jerk.
Of course. No, I didn't get like straight answers from him, of course.
Yeah, they were all out of order. Out of order questions to my questions.
But yeah, that sounds about right.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey man, we don't have an audience. I gotta entertain myself.
Hey, look, trees. Wait,
No,
that's not
a tree. That's no moon.
That's no moon. It's hemorrhoids.
Oh. Yeah, what else? I got about the only thing from Disney that I kind of am okay with is Rogue One to a point, because it feels like a standalone one-shot comic.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be super good, but it's all right. But anyway, I got Cheer-It. I got Donnie Yen action figure.
Yeah.
Wasn't supposed to be here till December.
It Man.
Yeah. IP.
IP Man. It Man.
I never saw it. This is the only movie I've ever seen him in, other than freaking Mulan.
Who do you play in Mulan?
Some general.
The
cartoon is more believable than the the real people version.
I was looking at Jet Li, and I saw he played the Emperor.
Yeah, he's looking rough.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well, he had some.
That's what I was looking at.
Was it like an autoimmune deficiency thing, like kicked in, and he just started looking
like an old Chinese man?
Yeah. Yeah, something.
I'm not trying to be racist, but that's which is what looks like it happened to him.
He's Chinese. Anytime we mention a race or a color as racist.
Well, it is.
No, it's not.
I know. I just like to push buttons.
Look, what's this do? What's that do?
I'm going to be sick.
I
Yeah.
need to finish those. I still haven't finished the 3rd season.
I still haven't watched the new movie that they put out.
Oh yeah. I
I don't know
probably
if I want to do.
I probably won't.
I'm going to destroy what I know of. No.
I haven't heard anyone say anything about it. So that's a bad sign, in my opinion.
I haven't heard anything good or bad about it. Not
Yeah,
like
exactly.
When Rocco's came out, they destroyed it.
Rocco's was so amazing for like the first half because they were reacting to everything they missed out from the 90s to present. And I was like, this is awesome. And then it took hard SJW turn. And I was like, really? This is what the story's going to be? Not him trying to fit back into society?
Possibly, no.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
That's not how it works, man.
No. Well, this is why I stopped watching anything new.
Yeah.
Are you excited for Mandalorian Season 2?
Yeah. Just because
As
it was a better Star Wars story than the last movies that have come out recently.
Pretty
I
much
feel like
the
I'm
last
reading-
6 movies.
I feel like I'm reading like an old Star Wars book from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still have issues with it, but I like
Yeah.
the toys here and there, and
I try not to let it bother me because I don't want to care about Star Wars anymore.
I think that's prevalent. I think a lot of
So-
people are like that.
I just want to watch the visuals of like the
Mhm.
stuff happening from the comics and books that I used to read and just see it happening.
More and more from the first season, I think the best episode was the Jawas.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I
That was
remember
great.
the most from that. I struggle to remember what happened in most of the other episodes. But I'm like, oh yeah, the Jawas. It was like super Star Wars. And he's climbing up the sandcrawler. And then they they just want him to bring them an egg. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like I was like, why are there Jawas here? This isn't even Tatooine. But I was like, whatever. I'm sure some left.
Yeah, of course. They were scavengers builders. They fucking probably spread across the galaxy like cockroaches. Well, in their quadrant.
I'm fine with that, I think.
Yeah.
And then I still don't know about the sandcrawler, but I guess it makes sense because he's like crouched in the little cockpit with them. And I was like, I'll buy it. C-3PO was like bent over and in the storage hold and stuff.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say about that episode? Oh, so I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll accept it. Them showing how fast they stripped his damn ship down to bones. I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you even start? Doesn't he have a lock on that thing?
They're Jawas.
Yeah, that was good. I
That's what they
approve.
do.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's probably the best episode. I hate the tracking flops because they make no sense.
No sense whatsoever.
No.
I hated the training episode.
Training,
where they train the farmers.
oh
I
god,
hate those. But I hate that story. It's not the first time that story. It's just
it's
an
not even
overused. It's just overused. It's in every. You can find that same story in any genre of storytelling. It's always there, especially a visual. That montage is overused completely.
You can find that story in the Clone Wars show because they did it with bounty hunters.
Army of Darkness did it. Like I said, it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's in everything.
Yeah.
My boomstick.
You know.
This.
But I had to get the Lego.
This is my boomstick.
This is my boomstick.
Man, I wanted the Best Buy ATST that they did because it came with that alien that looked like he was straight out of Battle for Endor. But it was like an $80 ATSD, and I was like, forget that.
Jeez, that.
I'm like, can I just get the figure loose?
Yeah, for $90.
Probably. That's how Legos work.
Yep.
It's a $30 Lego set, and this Luke Skywalker by himself on eBay is $30. I just buy a set.
Well, just buy the set. I'm good now.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's why I would like them to come out with minifigs on just like they did for the DC stuff.
For what?
Like how they had the DC minifigure packs.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
Series.
about them. I still didn't get all the ones I wanted, and I forgot about them.
I think I got all the ones I wanted.
What Harry Potter figure came with that sword?
It was the troll grip
Oh.
hook.
I don't
Another Willow.
Another
Wait,
Willow?
Warwick Davis character from Harry
Oh,
Potter. I just always call him Willow.
yeah.
He's always Willow to me. That's the first. I remember that being the first time that I actually like saw him.
Yeah. You know, they're thinking about making a new version of that, right? As like a show. And I was like, are they going to try and turn this?
on? They were going to make it like years later.
They should, because
I'm pretty sure. The last time I heard, Warwick Davis had a big part in it. Either, like,
well, that's good.
He plays a character, or he's like producer of some kind on it. Something like that.
Anywho, I don't want it, but if he's gonna do it, if they're gonna do it, he should be in it because
of course,
Willow. But I heard they were gonna like I don't know, reboot it. I don't know.
There's always something. They're gonna reboot it. There was talk about doing the sequel finally.
Yeah. Well, you can't now because I'm sorry, but Willow needs Mad Mardigan.
Yeah.
And Kilmer is rough.
I thought he like got back good. Did he go back rough?
It's bad. Like
good for him.
Yeah, for being an asshole to everyone. I've seen an interview with him with his kids, and he's talking, and his voice is all jacked up. It's kind of like what
that thing.
What's his name? Siskel and Ebert, the one guy like lost his jaw. Ebert. Yeah, it's bad. So probably not gonna be in the new Batman movie multiverse thing, or in Willow.
No.
But Matt Mardigan's like one of my favorite characters.
Oh, hell yeah. Mine too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will.
And yep.
Yeah. Space. What were you asking me about? Oh, Kelvin Universe transporters.
Well, I was just thinking, like, transporters. They didn't Scotty transport himself and Kirk back onto the Enterprise while in warp?
Yeah.
And isn't warp supposed to be faster than light travel?
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's not faster, but yes, technically.
Subspace?
They always, yeah, sure. I forget what the technical definition is.
Because and then that was in the first Kelvin Universe movie. When they did the second one, what was it?
They had
whatever it was called. Whatever the second one with Khan. He beams himself from Earth to Kronos, and it's like, well, why don't they just beam their ships everywhere? Why travel at warp speed instead of just beaming everything everywhere?
This is a major complaint with J.J. Abrams in that movie too.
Yeah,
they're like, we've now broken death and we've broken spaceships. Because why do you need spaceships?
You don't. I mean, you just need them to hold the people when you beam into space. But if you can beam anywhere instantaneously, why not just start beaming ships all over the quadrant? Why do you have to fly anymore?
I really enjoy the first one as a fun whatever movie, adventure movie. I like the third one for being the most Star Trek-like.
Mhm.
and the sappy moment where they open the thing and you see the
Original.
the production still from the old movies.
Yeah, yeah.
I I've learned to despise the second one
Second
because
one was
it's
horrible. I'm not
so,
Khan. I'm not Khan. You're Khan. Damn it.
yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like the key moment where he's like, I am Khan. And I was watching Red Letter Media and they were like, so what? Nobody knows who you are. That means nothing to anybody except the
Yeah,
audience
exactly.
who's supposed to go, oh,
We didn't know. Yeah, we did.
yeah.
That's
And
it.
he looks nothing like Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah, I don't care.
I
What
demand a plastic chest.
Yes, but again, there was no like with the original Khan. There was a backstory because they had the whole
Yeah, Space
episode
Seed.
with them. Yeah, they had
Yeah.
the original episodes that brought them in. They didn't have any of that.
Yeah. Well, the first one came out and I was like I just went with it. I was like, they're gonna reboot this. I'll just see what happens. And then everyone was like, "Oh, that was great. Now you can do whatever you want. You should do Wrath of Khan." And I was like, "No, you anuses." I was like, "You have a brand new universe. You can go in any direction you want. You should not do a remake for your second movie."
Mm-mm.
Is exactly what they did. Everything I was like, they should not do this. They did.
They did.
And I was like,
I'm surprised they actually got a third movie out of it.
yeah. Yeah, the second one is awful. I like
Mhm.
seeing him Superman fight the Klingons, but that's really like the highlight for me.
Isn't that the highlight of anybody's day?
Yeah, sure.
Superman fighting Klingons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we can hope for,
Oh, show.
no doubt. But the third one's fine. I don't mind the dirt bike
No,
riding.
me neither.
Yeah.
I like that one. It was fun. Yeah, enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll never see the fourth.
Probably not.
No.
I keep hearing like, or I don't know. I keep randomly seeing things where people are like, "Is this dead finally?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I think
probably.
Simon Pegg finally said it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a while ago though. So I could be mistaken. Who knows? What the
I
hell
don't
do I
know.
know? I'm just some guy.
I don't know. They're busy renewing seasons on crappy shows people don't watch. Well, that's not true. People watch them. They hate watch them, so then they can go on YouTube and complain about them. And I'm like, what? At
Yes.
what point do you lose so much interest that you just don't care anymore?
It's like the whole thing, it's like listening to Howard Stern. People don't listen because they like him. They just want to hear what he's going to say next. No matter
Yeah.
if they hate him or like him, they're just going to sit there and watch it so they can bitch about something.
Which is why we need more topics. Because just talking about nonsense is not getting the views.
I don't know if anything is. All right, so back on the Star Trek, Star Wars, what are we at?
Whatever. It's almost been an hour already. I'm surprised.
Well, we can start talking about something like a topic. We both have plenty of bitching about this topic.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at the point where as soon as somebody says Star Wars and Andrea will look at me, Andrea looks at me and is just like, yeah.
Yeah. I just try to stay out of it.
Well, I'm at the there's YouTube channels that I used to watch, and they're still complaining about this stuff, and it's the same thing, the hate watching, and I'm like, at what point do you just not care anymore?
Yeah. I think that's why I finally watched whatever that last Star Wars movie was called.
Palpatine wins.
Yeah, that's it. I was basically I just watched it so I could have my say in if it was good or bad and not have people tell me. So it was bad.
It was
It was
bad.
really bad.
It was bad.
Really bad.
But I still think Last Jedi is the worst.
I think they were all bad. I mean, I had a lot more fun watching The Force Awakens than I did out of all three of them.
Okay.
And that was probably just because it was the first Star Wars in a long time that we actually got to see some Star Wars happening. But after watching it again, no, it was not fun.
I can give it credit for doing one or two things right. Because Star Wars is Flash Gordon. The old, because I read the old Alex Raymond 30s
Right.
comic strips and stuff, and they borrow heavily from those. So like they'll be on a snow planet and they get a random monster attack, or they'll be in the jungle and they'll get a random monster attack. Force Awakens had, as dumb as it might have been, the Raftars was a random Star Wars attack or a random monster attack, and that was very Star Wars and very Flash Gordon. So I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. And I love the image of the Raftar hanging onto the cockpit as the ship is taking off. I'm like, that looks like something I've seen in comic books or would see in a comic. And I was like, I like that part a lot. Overall, I left the theater feeling empty and
Confused.
I was like,
confuzzled.
Everybody was like, yeah, I saw God. And I'm like, I feel nothing. But at least I was like, at least there's potential for them to make Luke amazing in the next one.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Whap, whap.
It's good.
So I haven't just outright thrown the disc away because I like the Raftars, and I'm like, there's still, you could still say there was potential for Luke.
Right.
But I have not bought the other ones. I will never watch them again. I've tried.
No reason to.
I've tried like twice to watch Solo, and I keep turning it off.
Yeah, I fell asleep during it, or I don't remember watching all of it. Maybe I finished it. I just don't remember. All I remember is mud and a train. After that, I don't remember anything.
I think I got to the train and I turned it off, and I think I was drunk on both times I tried to watch it. I was like, we'll do this. Let's do this. And I was like, I'm done. We're not doing this.
Nope, not happening. Not fucking happening.
When that movie came out, I was like, I'm going to go read the Han Solo trilogy instead of watching this crap.
Yeah. I was excited at first, and then I heard about it, what they were doing, and yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
Again, why are you changing so much? Why are you just... I don't know. He had such a good back history of being the, like, holy child, like, yeah, but I'm going to go be a smuggler type thing.
Yeah, well, he was an orphan, and, well, there's like a vague imprint. He's like wandering the streets for a while as a little kid, and they vaguely say something about pain or whatever, and they allude to like family. And then he ends up with the Sal Solos and his cousin, I think Thraken. That's an a-hole.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm gonna go be a smuggler and does stuff.
First, he was a cadet. He did become the Imperial cadet.
Yeah.
For a while. That was basically to learn how to fly, though, so you could become a smuggler.
Well, when he talks the cousin race of the Hutts into letting him transport their spice and stuff, he's like, I guess it's like a consul or whatever. He's like, I need to learn how to be a better flyer. So you're providing this and this amount of money. So he's like training on a consul while he's with them and stuff. Anyway.
Gotcha.
Those were better books than anything I saw from that movie.
Yeah, I concur.
Except he has a weird like love story with this one girl that ends like right when the first movie starts, and I'm like, it's a little iffy with him being chasing Princess Leia, but whatever.
Yeah.
And
he wasn't cynical enough. I didn't feel like he'd been around long enough.
Mm-hmm. Sure. But those three books like intertwine with the those old like Brian Daley Han Solo's Revenge books.
Right.
Still haven't read those. I've had them forever. But so I guess you're supposed to read all 6 and just assume that he got cynical through all of that.
Well, yeah, that's where he was running across Boba Fett, right?
Oh, they did that in the trilogy, not the Brian Daly ones, the newer ones.
The 90s ones?
Yeah. Lando saves him from Boba Fett somehow. I forget.
Oh, no, like there was like a rivalry with them for a while.
Oh, even in
Wasn't there?
even in the old ones?
Yeah, even in like when it was called the expanded shit.
Yeah. That was the term, the expanded shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember the ES.
Like there was a Boba Fett Han Solo story where they're like chasing each other and then like just yelling back and forth at each other about like the old times and good times, and then they both get chased by these other people that were like pissed that they were blowing up their spices.
That sounds fantastic.
It was a great story. It was 50 pages or less.
Oh yeah.
It was a short story. It was in, I can't remember what it was in.
I loved that they crossed those guys over and stuff and made them have history, like all three of them.
Yeah.
Did you ever read the Underworld comic, the Yavin Vasilica?
I don't think so.
It was excellent. It was kind of like a Cannonball Run, where different groups had to go get this artifact, and the Hutts were like betting on them.
Oh, that sounds vaguely familiar.
See if I can find a picture. It was drawn by one of my favorite artists.
You're
Share. Oh, that's a cover, but
yes, I've read those. I have them.
I love them. I love the art style.
Oh, I do too. The art style was amazing.
Yeah, Boba Fett looks like a goddamn superhero. He's like enormous upper body and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the artwork. I like that artwork.
Yeah. The artist is Carlos. Oh God.
Mandalilio.
It's been so long since I've had to say his name. Meglia, out loud.
Yeah.
Carlos Meglia.
Yeah.
Died of a heart attack. Or I think it was a heart attack.
It was.
Oh yeah, and then the Jawas are like jumping on him, and he's just spraying them to knock them out. Hilarious.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah. No, yeah, that comic was awesome. Amazing stuff. Loved it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's about it. Do you have to make dinner tonight? You have a starving child on your hands?
No, he's not starving. He's never starving. He knows how to get into the refrigerator. He knows how to get into the freezer.
Does he know how to get out of handcuffs?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Time to start training him.
But
yeah,
he's doing good.
Well, that's good.
He's never starving though.
That's good.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about next week?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
You want like to tease for next week?
I don't know.
Come up with a promo.
Yes, right. Sure. I don't know if that would help. I don't even know what to do for a next video for the channel.
I
like when
another
package.
Yeah,
I should, but I don't know. I like when I can do short ones because it doesn't take me like most of a month to finish.
I guess that's true.
I was thinking about doing one about how Halloween 2020 sucks and how I only have like 2 new decorations because I usually get something cool to go. So I was like, does anyone really care about that? Probably not.
I'm actually right there with you. I pulled out last year's and put them back out in the yard. I've got 3 ghosts and a pumpkin demon specter thing hanging from a tree.
Nice.
But yeah, I think I bought like some of those tin cans from Target that have like stuff on them. That's all I got this year.
I just got a mask, like one of the old masks, except it's mini and it comes in a box and it looks like a space zombie.
Nice.
But I was like, man, Target sucked this year. Everything
yeah.
sucked this year. I went to Spirit Halloween to find Cave Woman stuff for Andrea. Nothing. Maybe cave women are offensive now. I don't know.
I think I had a dream that I wanted to go to Spirit Halloween, but I was like, oh, it's already past Halloween.
No.
Wow.
This has been
It must have been a dream.
This has been the longest short year ever.
I guess.
It's felt like it's been Halloween for like 3 months now. But we also decorate in September, so.
Oh, yeah.
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 Well, anyways, yeah, I'm going to go take care of
Cook
family.
dinner. All right.
Chicken patties and seasoned fries. It's going to be an easy dinner.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Easy dinner.
Cool. If you think of a topic, let me know. I actually like having. This was actually pretty good. I think we should have started talking about it sooner.
We're still figuring what we're going to do. We still went off the rails. We didn't kind of.
That's fine. I think one day we should just do another long one about something like this and just go on it.
Well, if we can do them at 8, the kid's already down. I've already said goodnight to him. I can go all night long at that point.
Technically, we could do a later one, but
Yes.
I would have to talk very low because Andrea goes to bed and gets up really early.
I was doing. I listened to that the Scrubs one
Mm-hmm.
with Zach and Donald.
Mhm.
Donald has to sit in his closet to hide from his
To
family.
hide from his. That's good.
And so they can't hear him in there, and he can't hear them. He has to go hide in his closet. It's pretty good.
That's
Funny
funny.
stuff.
Yeah, it sucks being in a one bedroom, but
Yeah. Trust me, I get it.
I think I could. I think I can manage it.
I'm in a split level ranch house.
Yeah.
Not split level, but a split living where like I have living on one side and on the other. Like the master bedroom's on one side and then the rest of the bedrooms are on the other side, the living room in between.
Yeah.
The garage on the other side too.
Huh.
So they call it like split living for some reason. I don't know.
And
And you can still hear my fucking kid running around.
Yeah. Hear him screaming.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, but can you imagine a one bedroom with that? Yeah.
With a child? No. No, I often think, what if we accidentally had a child and then we were still living here? I'm like, I don't think that would work.
Do whatever you can to find
A house.
housing. Yeah, to rent. Don't
Yeah.
buy first because you just got to rent because that's all you're going to be able to afford in the first couple of years.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm like $200,000 in student loan debt, so our options are gonna be, we're gonna have to examine our options anyway. So
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, yeah, but just so you can have peace of mind. Like,
Yeah.
I've had friends who that has happened to, and they've had a kid. They're still in the one bedroom, and they both hate each other.
that's awful. Yeah.
So yeah, it's not good to do that. And I feel sorry for anybody who has to go through that.
Sure. On that cheerful note,
Let's get out of here.
think of a topic for next week. I'm gonna read the. Oh, I closed it. Did I close it? I closed it. Okay, folks, if you stuck around this long, I want to ask that. This is how I do my videos too. When I do the different voices, I'm doing this crap, and I'm like, "What is wrong with me?" There was the mini comic review. I did Metallo, and I altered the voice so that it sounded high pitch. But when I was doing it, it was basically a Skeletor voice, and I was like doing this with my fingers, and I was like, "What is that?"
You're a method actor. It helps you get into characters.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. This is directly tied to my vocal cords. Anyway, folks, if you stuck around this long, I want to ask that you like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me, well, let's start with you. If you want to follow Steve, he's
if you want
on.
to. I'm over there somewhere.
He's gonna keep interrupting me.
Yep, I am.
Don't share that. Share. Oh, I guess I should separate this. Okay.
what
Share
she said.
this application window. If you want to follow Steve, he's on Instagram at SJP Second Toy Chast. He takes pictures of Lego people and other toys. And if you like that stuff, which is basically all I follow on Instagram, you can follow him there. If you want to follow my comic book that I hope to crowdfund one day when I eventually finish a cover and have more than 2 characters done. I don't know if you saw this. Did I send this to you? I added Rio in the back.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. I'm having to gorilla art my cover, so I'm drawing every free moment that I can, every lunch break or whatever. Anyway, if you want to follow the comic there, it is The Real Smacked in the Head. I post processes and nonsense and occasional snippets of upcoming stuff or old stuff or whatever. And if you want to follow me, just regular on Instagram, I post pictures of toys like Steve does and random nonsense. And then if you want to follow me on Twitter, you should. But Twitter is awful. But I'm there. You can say hi. And that's it. And we will see you next week with a different topic. I like having a focus.
Yep.
All right. Well, enjoy dinner. I think we're gonna. Well, we still got a couple of hours. I think we're gonna fill out our voting crap.
Yes, I go tomorrow to go do my early voting. I'll be up in Jacksonville on Election Day.
Oh,
it should
nice.
be fun. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I can't wait.
Can't
so
wait.
excited. Oh no! Oh God, that was sarcasm. If you could detect.
Oh, you froze.
Yeah, see, that's been happening a lot.
Yeah, we got it. I get it. I breathe sarcasm.
I know you would get it. I was talking
All
to
right.
the people out in the universe who were watching later.
Sometimes they do.
Anyway,
Some-
take care.
All right, you too. Have a good dinner.
You too. Enjoy it.
Yeah, you too. Take it easy.